And Janice, then, does the account given by the government add up in regards to the people who have been forcibly disappeared, some found dead, others like Okayo having survived the ordeal and what they went through? And what then is you are thinking into this, given that these abductions happened in full glare of the public's eye? And how then can this conversation be moved forward for the government to abandon its position of not knowing what has been happening, yet it knows, to the position of now talking about how to end that? Because if you look at our president, he campaigned on the promise that there will be no more bodies that will be found on rivers, there will be no more enforced disappearances, and that was a campaign promise that he made, which unfortunately he and his government are struggling to sustain, because the very same issues appear to be, again, happening.
Yes, yes. You know, the issue with enforced disappearance is a very unique kind of crime, because you're talking about deprivation of liberty, as what happened with my brother, by state agents or persons who are sent by the state. And then they refuse to acknowledge that they have you, but most importantly, you're held outside the law. So when my brother was taken, the rights of an arrested person should have automatically come into place. But as you hear, he doesn't know where he was. He was treated to inhumane and degrading treatment for 2 days, and he had no communication with his people. And unfortunately, in Kenya, we do not have a national law that deals with enforced disappearance. And this is one of the failures that we as Kenyans have, that we've not given our criminal justice sector a law that they can criminalize enforced disappearance. And that is where we're having issues of people denying that it actually happens in our country. And enforced disappearance is closely connected with extrajudicial killings, because, as he said, fortunately, he's alive to tell what happened to him. Not all victims are brave and courageous as Joshua. There are some victims who do not want to talk at all because of the fear that has been instilled with them. Their family members do not want to follow up on cases because they're scared of the state, who can go up against the state. But there are those who lose their lives, and now it becomes extrajudicial killings.
Okay.
And 14 years after promulgation of a constitution which has a very good Bill of Rights, this is not a good picture for the country. And that's why we call upon criminalization of ED and forced disappearance through a national law. We've already signed the convention, but we've not ratified it. We signed it in 2006. 2024, we've not ratified it, meaning we've not domesticated it to be part of our laws. So when persons like Joshua go to complain, it's recorded in the OB as missing persons, but it is not missing persons. He was held outside the law, and there are rights and violations that were meted on him, and he deserves justice as a victim.
All right.
So we call upon victims to come forward. There are very many institutions that have been formed thanks to our new constitution, because there are some wins with our new constitution. We have Independent Policing Oversight Authority that are mandated to investigate such instances. We have Witness Protection Agency that can protect people who are coming out to complain of human rights violations. Yes.
Thank you.